If you are new to my channel, I upload English videos to improve your speaking skills and vocabulary, but I wanted to do a quick tips video for those who are interested and want to learn more on how to become fluent in English. So first tip I have for you is that you can subscribe to my channel because I upload new videos every week. Thank you for your lovely support and let's get started. Tip number 1 is to surround yourself with English. I know it sounds obvious, but you may not know how. It is important to find ways to make English a part of your everyday life. Think about how much time you spend on your phone and computer in a day. Start from there. Turn your computers and phones' languages to English. Whichever social media app you're using, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, again, English. If you download an app or a game and it gives you the option to choose a language, always choose English. You will not believe how much you can get from that. Without have to travel to an English-speaking country or without even leaving your house, you will be exposed to the language every day. Also, I have mentioned this before, but for those who haven't watched that video, Google in English. Your questions, your problems, anything you want to Google in English and search the web in English. This was a huge part of my English learning journey. The second tip I have for you is something I did while growing up, and I think it is really useful when it comes to learn a language. First, you need to listen English songs, but don't do it like work. Choose the songs that you actually enjoy listening and singing. Then search its lyrics online. While listening to the song, also read the lyrics with your eyes. This will be good for two things. First, it is really hard to understand words from songs even if you are a native speaker. So this will improve your ability to understand really fast speaking. Second, you're going to learn so much more new vocabulary. If your English is enough to just read the lyrics and look up a few words on the dictionary, you can do that. But if you can't understand the song's meaning, then my tip is to find the translation of the song in your language and then compare the two with each other. That way, you will understand how the specific word or phrase is used in your language and it will become more clear in your head. Tip number 3 is to find ways to speak with native speakers. But how? First, we're living in a technology era, so it is really not that hard. There are different apps, for example, Cambly for you to speak with native English teachers, or if you're not feeling comfortable talking to someone, you can start with pen-pal apps such as Slowly. That way, you can improve your writing skills by talking to other people all around the world. Another way, if you have the ability, is to host an exchange student. Being in the same house with a native speaker will impact your language for sure. My fourth tip, I have mentioned this in my How I Became Fluent in English video, which you can check out after this one. Again, it may sound obvious, but watching TV shows and movies, that is an amazing way to learn English. You don't have to leave your house or even talk to another person, but you hear and understand how native speaks by watching these shows. So I think it is pretty cool. The fifth tip is for you to stop caring too much. Stop watching these videos on YouTube from native speakers who tells you how wrong you are speaking. Videos like, when you say these words, it annoys native speakers. Like, who cares? Here you are learning a second language. Maybe more than second. You're already doing so much. So don't listen to those native speakers who tells you to do this, do that. Just speak. And if you use the wrong words from time to time, so what? I assure you, you won't annoy anyone. What if you met someone in your country learning your language? If they made a couple grammar mistakes or pronounced something wrong, would you be annoyed by them? I don't think so. Don't think about mistakes and just speak. I also have some key points for you. First, listen to English at its normal speed, even if you don't understand everything. It'll make it easier for you to understand the words when you hear them in the future. If you keep listening everything really slow, you will never be able to understand people when they speak at a normal pace. Second, don't be scared to talk to yourself. You can read a book out loud, you can explain something you learned to yourself in English, you can summarize something. Just talk to yourself. When you are talking to yourself, you don't have the pressure of someone else judging you whatsoever, so you will be able to talk more fluently than you think. Also, without speaking, you cannot improve your language by just watching or listening, so it is important to speak. Third one, if you are going to apply any of these tips to your life, do them because you actually enjoy them. For example, reading a book in English is extremely useful, but if you're not a reader, if you don't read books, even in your native language, then don't go and read books in English just because it is useful, or don't watch TV shows if you don't enjoy it. Find things that you regularly do and enjoy in your life, and then incorporate English into those areas of your life. And the very last thing I want to talk about is pronunciation. Of course, don't get me wrong, get better as much as you can, but know that you don't have to be perfect. Embrace your accent. English is not the easiest language when it comes to pronunciation, so if you want to get better, listen to others speaking with apps, movies, songs, and try to mimic how they do it. But just remember, even if you can't do it perfectly, it is still fine. Learning a new language can be really fun, so enjoy the process. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell because I upload new videos every week. Comment below your tips, what you are doing to improve your English. Also, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up because it really supports my channel, and I will see you next week.